custody. So, those of you who don't know, just going over my divorce, trying to explain everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, every aspect of it. But today is a special day because today is a Saturday, and I had my visitation with my kids. So, I have visitation Tuesdays and Thursdays. I only get about an hour Tuesdays and Thursdays. And my psychotic wife, she cut the time so short to the point where I only have an hour, so I actually have to do my visitation at my office because there's not enough time to get to my house. So on Saturdays, I have a longer visit. Now, what I will say with the visits is if you do wind up with a supervisor, you know, where the court says you need to have a supervisor, make sure you get one. And I mean, if they award a family member or something like that, go ahead and talk with your lawyer about getting an expert supervisor. I can't tell you how much that will help you. Having an expert supervisor, if you are anything like me and you have a psychotic significant other, which, I mean, mine is next level out there, you know, get that paid supervisor. It will pay off in the end, without a doubt. The paid supervisor will take reports of all your visitation and all that. So I go back to court in about 10 days. You know, there's a good possibility. I mean, I'm going for full custody, so there's a good possibility I'll at a minimum get 50-50, or I might get more. My wife, y'all haven't figured this out, but she's in the. If you look on my channel, you'll see a picture of her. But my wife goes in there. I mean, she's got anxiety, depression, problems like that. Played around with suicide. Pops fucking pain pills like it's going out of style. And the JDR court awarded full custody to her in the first hearing. I talked about the 3 hearings previous in another video. So you gotta bear with me, I'm driving. So JDR is gonna be a nightmare, and I mean they will give custody to a mother. I mean, no matter what the circumstance is. I mean, freaking doing drugs, screwed up life. I mean, the whole 9. So if that's what you're dealing with, expect to pull out everything you need. That way you can win in circuit. You get your kids back. You know, getting your kids back is a big thing. I mean, if you give a shit, if you're not someone that gives a shit, now that's a different story. But I mean, if you do give a shit, getting your kids back is a big win. So today's the day where I go. I'm gonna visit with my kids. My wife's so psychotic, she said it couldn't happen in our marital residence. She put an end to that, and I mean, it's just. I'll go into a GAL and all that in another video, because that is a whole separate topic that I think would do some justice if I went into that and kind of further explained. But the one thing for today that I want to stress is for $30 an hour, you can have a paid supervisor, and you have no idea how much that's going to save you in attorney's fees. Just having that supervisor there taking down the notes, and trust me, it's awkward. My first couple of times it was awkward as hell because you've got someone else supervising your family with your kids and all that. But you know, when you comprehend what you're doing it for, it makes sense. And you don't care what it looks like to anyone else, or whether you go out to the park and you've got this strange person with you or whatever. Who cares? You're out here to win a case. So you know, you gotta strategically think about what you're doing, and that's one thing I can't stress enough. If it goes that route, get the paid supervisor, and don't let it be a family member, because if you have a psychotic ex, they're going to go after your family too. So they're going to turn around and say that your family's either, well, the biggest one, they're going to say your family's coaching the kids. So expect that, and that is your fail-safe by having that paid supervisor. So without a doubt, keep the paid supervisor. Get a paid supervisor. Get that going. If you've already had a couple visitations, go ahead and get the paid supervisor. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. Give me a like and a subscribe. I'll keep doing this. I'll hit all aspects of it. All right. Bye.